Are you serious? Are you serious? $470 billion worth of Bitcoin. What is Vladimir Putin thinking? Or is he ahead of the game? Let me put a shout out right now real quick for noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Well, if anybody understands currencies, it would be Noble Gold Investments, and you can find out all about it. If you're just retired and you got a 401k or an IRA, or maybe an insurance settlement just come in, or some other windfall, and you don't really know what to do, how to diversify, get a hold of Colin Plume at noblegoldinvestments.com. Christian company, family owned, great friends of ours. I can tell you, we've had them, interviewed them many times. Wonderful people. They'll help you. Tell them where you're at, and they'll work through it, okay? That's noblegoldinvestments.com. All right. Well, maybe Putin called them for all I know. I don't know. But I saw this is just unbelievable information here. But the Russian government is unwilling to allow the unilateral economic sanctions imposed by Donald Trump, the President of the United States, and the United States government to further affect the Russian economy, and may be considering a forceful measure to combat the American power in the current diplomatic war. And according to reports out of Moscow, Russia's Presidential Academy of National Economy and the public administration, the Russian government could be considering the acquisition of $470 billion worth of Bitcoins. What? And what they would do is it'd be a way to switch part of their reserves from fiat currencies to cryptocurrencies. Now, I can tell you something else too, I know. Over the last 3 years, Russia has been buying gold like mad. Gold everywhere, buying it as much as they can as another to secure their currency values. So it looks like they're diversifying actually, so that they are not going to get waylaid by having some of their national treasure tied up in different currencies, apparently, whether it be gold or be Bitcoin. Well, this is a well-respected economist states that such plans would have a staged execution given its magnitude. However, despite not having been confirmed, the estimates indicate that this very quarter of the year, Putin's administration would be interested in purchasing their first $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. So they're thinking about buying $470 billion, and they're going to start out with $10 billion, looks like, in this first quarter of 2019. What does that mean for Bitcoin? Well, you do the math. I think that if those types of purchases take place, you may see the value of that cryptocurrency go up. I can tell you that. But we'll wait and see. Will Russia actually do it? And oh, by the way, when you start talking about people are scrambling for their wealth, they're starting to scramble over the currency values and on a global scale. And it's not just the Russians, but the Chinese and the Americans and, matter of fact, everybody out there in all the nations of the world. Look at the European Union. Watch that euro start to slide with the yellow vest protest in France, and with the unrest now, with the strike going on in Germany. I guess the bunch of people striking against the government in Germany, and they're all wearing yellow vests. I think it's even in their airline. Yeah, I think it's the German Airlines. Yeah. So they started striking against the government. You're going to see Belgium. There's already unrest. They do not want Belgium to follow the recommendations of the United Nations as it relates to taxation and migration. That's the same problem in France. As a matter of fact, you got Italy's Deputy Prime Minister Salvini teaming up with Poland and Hungary and the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Look, guys, they're all saying that, look, they're not going to stay underneath the umbrella of this EU. In other words, they're saying, look, we're not going to follow the United Nations Agenda 2030. So you've got a division going on now. The globalists are starting to lose their slip, but at the same time, they're pushing back. So let's just see what goes on, guys. It's getting to become a crazy world. If you study the Bible in the book of Revelation, it will tell you that the four horsemen of the apocalypse will gallop, and that includes that black horseman of the apocalypse with that scale balance in her hand, and it is definitely what's going to weigh out wheat, barley, oil and wine. It's all there, the economy. So we're going to continue to watch all these things. This is why you want to be in God's economy and you want to be in the kingdom blessing, following the laws of God that are already been put in motion that never fail. And you can find that in Malachi chapter 3 and verse 10 and start reading, because God will show you how he wants to bless you. So anyway, just giving you a heads up, guys, this is what's going on out there. $470 billion worth of Bitcoins? What if that bites the dust? What?